Spikes, you got no sound. You got no sound, Spikes. You 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 jamming. You got no sound. You got no sound, Spikes. Oh, I got the TV on too. I got to turn the TV down. You got no sound, Spikes. You got no sound. You got no sound, Spikes. Oh, you still got no sound, Spikes. I got to leave too. You got no sound. Nope. I don't know what the hell you said. You don't have any sound.
1 2 1 2 1 2 1
okay,
2.
there you go. Now you got sound.
Oh, okay. Peace and love, wonderful.
Jamming to yourself, no sound. You're jamming. I'm gonna get you on TV. Let me get to the computer before I leave. Like you ain't got no sound.
I didn't realize there wasn't any sound on my end, but now that you can hear me, I want to welcome everyone to the Swahili classes for the weekend. And this is the Black Hot Fire Network Sunday Swahili classes, and I want to welcome each and every one of us. In Swahili, we do say karibuni sana, which simply means you are much welcome. And in case this is your very first time that you're joining us on the show, feel much welcome to join us on these particular classes. And I remember Swahili is a beautiful East African language that is widely spoken from the Horn of Africa, which is around Kenya. I believe even Ethiopia will find some Swahili speakers, but of course the wider Eastern Africa region, talking about Kenya, Uganda, and Tanzania, some parts of Rwanda, as well as some parts of Zambia, you will find so many Swahili speakers. We do call it Kiswahili, and I would say this is a language for you. This is a language you should actually endeavor to learn and master, simply because it's not very difficult to learn Swahili. And once you just have an interest, and you also do have friends and colleagues or family that you can learn this Swahili with, then that would actually be a wonderful thing, because it's very difficult for you to learn Swahili as, individually, as an individual. It's always important. I'll always keep on emphasizing on the Black Hot Fire that it's important for you to find friends, family, colleagues, people who can learn this particular language with you. And this is a language of business, even right here on the East African part of the continent, where you'll find so many people conversing in Swahili and engaging as they go about their day-to-day economic activities. If you go to the market, for example, we do have the Masai market right here in Nairobi. You will actually engage those vendors in Swahili. If you go to open air markets, even in Dar es Salaam, you will also find people engaging in that language of commerce, which is Swahili. And apart from that, we have had a big drive or a big push by the former or the late president of Tanzania. His name was John Kapombe Magufuli, who was actually trying to push for the adoption of Swahili, even for the Southern African Development Community. I am talking about countries such as Mozambique. I am talking about countries such as Zimbabwe and other countries which are right there at the southern part of the continent. And he was actually saying that if people could adopt Swahili as the official language, even when you have in these particular meetings, then it would actually ease the work of just having to, teach this particular language. And apart from that, we have seen the language also being widely embraced, even by the people of South Africa. There was a memorandum that was signed between the Kenyan government, I believe also the Tanzanian government, to have Swahili teachers, also being taken up for work in South Africa for them to teach Swahili. So how is the weekend coming along? I would just love to know how is your weekend coming along. And perhaps I would love to ask you, Jay, unaendeleaje? Jay, unaendeleaje? If someone actually starts with Jay, know that this is actually an anecdote or a prefix for a question. Jay, unambaje? Or Jay, umeshindaje? That is, how are you faring? How are you faring? And in Swahili, we always do say that you can simply say hello to someone by saying hujambo, hujambo. And you would simply just respond and say hujambo. This is Hujambo, hujambo. If someone tells you hujambo na karibu, that simply means hello and welcome. Hujambo, that is hello and welcome to our Swahili classes for the weekend. We are coming live to you from our studios in Nairobi. And I just want to give a quick shout out to Keith and also the whole Black Hot Fire family for the wonderful job that, we are doing here as a Black Hot Fire Network family, just getting to play a role in terms of enlightening and also uniting our people, because that is our work as a Black Hot Fire Network family. And we started these Swahili classes some years back. I believe that was way back in 2019, if I'm not mistaken, in 2019. That is when we started off the Swahili classes, and we have been learning quite well. We do have some notes that I would love to share with you. We do have some notes that I would love to share with you. In case you want a copy of the notes, you can write to Black Hot Fire Africa, Black Hot Fire Africa at gmail.com, Black Hot Fire Africa at gmail.com. You can just drop an email with the title Swahili Notes, and I'll just respond and give you a copy of these particular Swahili notes that we get to use for the purposes of learning Swahili right here on the Black Hot Fire Network. How has your week been? I would really love to know. How has your week been? Please let me know. How was your week, and has it ended well? Or has it ended in a way that you were not able to achieve what you had set out to achieve at the start of the week? Because you realize that time flies. Time really flies. And you also get to realize that in case you do not have a plan, in case you do not have a plan and you're just working haphazardly, then actually time just ends and you do not know how fast time has actually flown. So how has your week been? Please do let me know. My name is Spikes. In Swahili, we would actually introduce myself as jina langu. Jina langu ni Spikes. And nina furaha kuwaona kwenye darasa letu la leo. And I'm happy to see you in our classes for today. And I will be sharing with you those particular notes. If you shoot me an email, blackhotfireafrica@gmail.com, I would surely just share with you those particular classes. And I will also make a Google document link so that I can share the link with you. In case you're joining us for the very first time, please subscribe to the channel. Please give a thumbs up on this particular live stream, and also share it with a friend or a colleague. And I would also love to invite you to the official network website, which is www.blackhotfirenetwork.com. And just to take you direct through to the network website, and I'll show you what's good with that. We do have the official network website, which is www.blackhotfirenetwork.com. And we do have a family there of like-minded, Black family who just want to unite and who just want to build together. That is the goal of the Black Hot Fire Network family. And for us as a network, we decided to have Swahili over other languages because it's one of the most prolific languages. It's spreading very fast. Someone would ask, why not have Zulu? Why not decide to speak, to learn Fulani? Why not decide to learn other different African languages? Because you realize that on the African languages, we do have about close to 2,000 African languages, And that also includes the Xhosa, which is spoken by the Khoisan of Southern Africa. And that is the language with the click sound. I cannot speak the Khoisan, the Xhosa, but there is that particular interest to just have a renaissance, an African renaissance. And one of the pillars that would enable us to have an African renaissance as put forward by Cheikh Anta Diop. Cheikh Anta Diop actually said that African languages are some of the pillars. African language is one of the pillars that can actually help unite the people and bring about that African renaissance, because that is what we need right now, to be united and to come together as one strong Black people globally. And I was just asking, if you're joining us right now, please let me know where you're joining us from. I would absolutely love to give you a quick shout out. It's actually 28 minutes past 5 p.m. right here in Nairobi. And I would actually say once again, karibuni sana, tunawapenda nyote. You are much welcome, and we love you all, even as we look forward to embarking on our class for today. Please let me know where you're tuning from. Please let me know where you're tuning from. And also another question, have you interacted with the Swahili language before? Please let me know. Sometimes you will find actors, in Hollywood, actually throwing in some Swahili in some of the film or some of the movies. But have you interacted with a Swahili speaker before, and have you experienced the language firsthand? That is my question. Have you experienced the language firsthand? Do you know any Swahili speakers among your circle of friends who are fluent speakers of Swahili? I would actually love to know that from you. If you do have friends who are fluent Swahili speakers, I would just love to know. And of course, today you are in for a treat, and you are in to learn Swahili with us. So I will just get straight into it. The language has over 50 million, I believe, over 50 million. Yes, over 50 million speakers on the continent. So that means that it's very, very much prolific. And apart from that, it's quite easy to learn. Do let me know where you're tuning from. Do let me know where you're tuning from. I would just love to give you a quick shout out before we embark on our classes for today. A lot has happened over the last week. A whole lot of things have happened. And one of the significant things that has happened right here in Kenya is that there was a plane crash, a military plane crash involving the chief of the defense forces, the highest ranking officer in the military. That is the chief of the defense forces. His name is Francis Ogola. And that has dealt a big blow to the nation. And there are still a lot of questions regarding this particular military plane crash that happened, I believe, on, was it on Tuesday? I believe on Tuesday. That is when it happened. And there are so many questions. Tuesday, Wednesday? I think that is on Wednesday. I believe that is when this particular plane crash happened. Shumani, I do see you. You saying nice to see you, Spikes. Nice to see you too, Shumani. Always a delight to have you, of course. And we are looking forward to learning Swahili today. And I was asking the rest of the family, where are you tuning from? Please let us know where you're tuning from, so that I would give you a quick shout out, and then we can embark. So that I can give you a quick shout out, and then we can embark on our Swahili classes for this particular weekend. So many things have happened this particular week, as I was saying. And one of the biggest highlights right here is the death or the demise of the chief of the defense forces in Kenya. That is the highest ranking military personnel in the country. And there was the funeral service happening today. And for those that have been fixated on Kenyan media, you realize that there is a whole lot of questions regarding that particular incident or a tragedy that took away the life of the highest ranking military personnel, and also 7 other individuals that were on that particular military plane. So in case you're joining us for the very first time and you would love to have the Swahili classes notes, do let me know. Just shoot me an email with the subject Swahili notes. Just shoot me an email with the subject Swahili notes, and I will just I'll be obliged to share those particular notes with you, so that you can have the notes as well and learn together with us. I'm just waiting for the rest of the family to join us. I'm waiting for the rest of the family to join us, and so we can just kick it together and just learn Swahili, even as we get updates on other different matters, such as what has been happening in your world. What has been happening in your world? We shall be getting to update you, so that we are not just fixated on the language only, but even also what is happening with our world, even also what is happening with our world. And last week, when we had an introduction of the Swahili classes, we were doing wonderful learning or having an introduction. We were doing wonderful having an introduction of the language. And we did say that Swahili is rather a very, very rhythmic language, if I might say so. It has a rhythm to it. It has a gist to it. It has a beautiful rhythm. It has a beautiful gist to it. And what you get to realize is that the words in Swahili have an alternating vowel sound, For example, if you're talking about kitabu, which is a book, you realize that ki ends with the vowel e, then you have ta ending with the vowel a, and then you have bu ending with the vowel u. So you have to learn first and foremost of the vowels in Swahili language. And I'm talking about the a, e, o, u. These are the vowels in Swahili. A, e, o, u. And these particular 5 vowels in Swahili, they actually give this language a beautiful rhythm to it, because you realize that every Swahili word has the alternating vowel sounds with the different syllables. For example, ki, ta, bu, kitabu, kitabu, and this is a simply book. A book. If you're talking about a book, if you're talking about a brother, and I'm talking about a brother in the biological sense of it, then you do have a word such as kaka. Kaka also has the which is the alternating vowel sound in most cases, but this one is just the same vowel sound, kaka. And also for mama, which is Swahili word for mom, it's the same syllable, the vowel sound, and you actually need to get on board and just realize that these are the 5 vowels in Swahili. So for the purposes of this particular class, we shall be doing an introduction to Swahili and learning key and popular words in Swahili, learning our greetings and common courtesy in Swahili. I did say, in case you want to say hello to someone in Swahili, you can simply say hujambo, and they will respond and say sijambo. And if it's your mom or an elderly woman, you might actually say hujambo mama, which is hello mom, and they will respond and say sijambo mwanangu, sijambo mwanangu. Mwana is a child, and that is I am well my child, sijambo mwanangu. You can also say habari yako. Habari yako is a phrase. Habari yako is a Swahili phrase, which actually translates into how are you? And today we want to get past that. We want to go a little bit fast forward. And before we get into that, I just want to highlight, because most of us, I believe, are English speakers. Maybe perhaps some of us also speak French and other languages. But I just wanted to draw some differences, or share some differences between Swahili and English. And one of the differences is that Swahili has 5 vowel sounds in contrast to the 22 of English. And I'm talking about the a, e, o, u. Those are the 5 vowel sounds in Swahili. You also realize that English has 24 consonants, while Swahili has 28. According to some scholars, they will tell you that Swahili has more than 28 consonants. And of course, in Swahili, the speech alternates vowels with consonants. And contains basically no consonant clusters. So it alternates vowels with consonants, which is very, very much important. And the 2 languages have a very different system of word stress. And like you hear, you realize that there are major differences between these 2 languages, English and Swahili. General Mosque, you're saying, hello there, Spikes. How are you doing this Sunday? I am doing wonderful. Thank you for joining us today. And you get used to Kaka and Dada mixed up. Kaka is brother, bro. Kaka is brother and Dada is sister. So if you say hujambo Kaka, or you can even say jambo Kaka. If you say jambo Kaka simply is, don't say habari nigga like brother Keith. I don't know where Kid has disappeared off to. He was with us about some minutes ago, but I don't know where he has disappeared off to. I hope you'll be able to join us on the stream. And also anyone else that would like to hop on the stream and maybe ask questions directly, you can ask me to share the link with you. And I will just drop the link so that you can also join us in case you want to join us for the Sunday Swahili classes. And like I did say, it's a language of commerce. It's also a language of travel, not just commerce, but even traveling. If you travel and come across the Maasai people of Kenya and Tanzania, you will speak very, very well with them if you are able to just converse in Swahili. And you can open a conversation in Swahili by just saying hujambo or habari yako, which is hello, or how are you? And they will respond and say sijambo, or they can respond and say nzuri, or they can respond and say salama. Salama means well, and that is S-A-L-A-L-A-M-A. Salama is equals to, means simply well. Simply means well, or it also means all right. It means all right. It means okay. It means fine. All those words are with the same meaning. In case you're joining us for the first time, give us a thumbs up. In case you're joining us for the very first time, give us a like. Also, remember to head over to the network, official network website, which is www.black-network.com. It's very, very important that you sign up to the network website. It is also very, very important that you also download the Black Hotfire Network app. Please make sure you do so. We would absolutely love to see you joining us on the Black Hotfire Network and also on the Black Hotfire Network app. It's wonderful. And the app is very, very easy to use. You can just head over to Play Store, search for the Black Hotfire Network on Play Store, and you will be able to just, congregate, if I might say so. Congregate is a word for the church. You find people talking about congregants, but you can just come and bond with us, come and connect with us, come and build with us with the Black Hotfire Network. For those that have already signed up on the network website, we thank you so much, and we do purpose to keep on building with you. And also, for those that have been supporting and watching the other network shows, for example, the Pan-African Bliss, the Vibes Show, the Rhythm Scoop Show, what's the name of these are the show? The this show with Iwaton, it's Pop, Let's Pop with Iwaton. In case you haven't checked out those particular shows during the week, please make sure you do. General Mosquito, have you checked out those shows by Iwaton, Longoria, and also the rest of the family doing the shows? I do hope that you have, and those are all shows that you can also get to learn a bit of everything, from history, from current affairs, from trending matters, and a whole lot of other things are on there. The same Maasai tribe that are always beating up police officers with these spears in Nairobi. No, they don't. General Mosquito, they don't beat up police. But the thing is, if you have actually checked out, there was an article put up on the official network website, black-network.com. And General Mosquito, now that you're asking about the Maasai, yes, the Maasai speak Swahili. And of course, there is also the Maasai languages, the Maasai language. But the Maasai languages are both in Tanzania and also in Kenya. Just like we have the Luo in Uganda and also the Luo in Kenya. But what we are saying is that, for example, in Tanzania, even though they do have so many ethnic groups, that particular country, the leadership of that particular country, saw it wise to, of course, embrace one language or elevate one language to become the official language in Tanzania. If you go to the Tanzanian parliament, they will be speaking in Swahili. If you go to the Kenyan parliament, I believe they are also allowed to speak in English and Swahili. In Uganda, I believe they have also embraced so much of English, but I see gradually. I'm not sure whether Maria can speak in Swahili. I would just love to ask Maria when I see her. I would love to know whether Maria in Uganda can speak in Swahili. If not, then Innocent and Maria should also be joining us for Swahili classes, so that they can also get a dose of these particular, classes, learning Swahili. Let's pop with chicken salad, you mean? Yes, I do in his fight. You're not popping with chicken salad. Is the name of the show. But it's a good vibe right there. So make sure you keep on supporting the family. And also, in case you want to support these particular streams, please hit that particular Cash App. please hit that particular Cash App so that also the Blackwood Fan Network is able to do a few more with the support from you and also other like-minded family that are with us. You might be tuning from the UK, like General Mosquito is. You might be tuning from, is it Philly, where I do see Sister Michelle from? I'm not sure if she is from Philly, but please do let us know where you're tuning from so that we can also proceed. And maybe perhaps we might know of an African cultural center in your city where you can also get to learn Swahili at your doorsteps. You know, we might have some of those cultural centers, African cultural centers in your town, where you can just connect and learn Swahili with the people there. But do let me know where you're tuning from, and we are, of course, continuing with the class. Was sharing with us some major differences between English and Swahili. I was sharing with us some major differences between English and Swahili. Trying to plug my machine here so that the battery doesn't go out on me. Spikes, my UK Cash App has been down since last year with my money still in my account. They took your money. They probably took your money. I don't know. That's a long time. A whole 1 year. That's quite a long time That's really, really a long time. Sorry, family, I'm having a bit of a hit with that, but I'm trying to fix. Let me fix something here for a second, and then we shall proceed without any hitches. Let me fix the thing here. Sorry, family, I was just trying to get a charger. Trying to get a charger over some of these devices are here, and I found it. So let's continue with our Swahili classes. Apologies for that. Oh Lord, no, I haven't. No, I haven't. We are back. General Mosquito. We are back, and sorry for the hits. I was trying to get one of the chargers. I hadn't I didn't know where the charger was at, but I have it. So, family, I was just saying that when it comes to learning the Swahili language, it's very, very easy. I believe even if you to commit about maybe 4 months, 4 months, if you commit 3 or 4 months, I believe that you will be able to understand and comprehend and even become a Swahili speaker. If you can hear me clear, please do let me know, General Mosquito, or anyone else on the chat with us, so that we can proceed. And you can also let me know how your week has been. How your week has been. I would really, really love to know how your week has been. How has it been for you this particular week? I always do say that time flies, and when you do not actually even have a plan, time actually even flies even faster than that, because things just move any type of way, and things that just get become are just done in a haphazard way. But there are so many languages on the continent, even including Amharic, And the last time we were having this particular class, someone was asking, why do we choose Swahili over other languages? Amharic, Tigrinya, the Fulani, the Igbo, the Yoruba, all these other languages. My simple answer is Swahili is relatively easier to learn, according to me. And also, Swahili is also one of the most prolific languages. You see how people adopt and embrace the language. Swahili has been embraced widely compared to these other languages, because these other languages are mostly for regional ethnic groups. But for Swahili, for example, in Tanzania, it has been adopted as a national language. And therefore, even as for the Black Fire Network, we do see the value in teaching Swahili as compared to other different languages. It's not that we do not have other languages. We do have 2,000 languages on the continent. In Nigeria alone, we do have 200. In Cameroon alone, we do have 150. In Ethiopia, we do have 81 languages. In Kenya, we do have 47 languages. But we decide, instead of being divided along tribal lines, let us just have one language, which is an African language. And this particular language of Swahili, it came about, it is a Bantu language that was actually born and developed and mostly widely spoken by people of the East African coast. I am talking about the regions of Mombasa